Mr. President, you met and exceeded your first 100 days goal of 100 shots in arms. I've got 2 of them in here. Thank you for that, Moderna. Thank you for executing that delivery. What about the next 100 days? Is vaccination still your #1 priority in the next 100 days?
Yes, but there's close seconds. But you're going to be able to announce in a couple of days, we have another 50 million that have been put in arms. So it'll be 250 million. And one of the things that I focused on when I got elected, I said I had 2 overwhelming needs. One, to get the American public vaccinated. And we had to go out and get an awful lot of vaccinators as well as vaccine to get 600 million doses of it. We got that, a lot of it done. And to get people back to work. Because, you know, we lost millions of jobs, 22 million, I think it was 22 million jobs. And they're directly related to the vaccine, not to COVID-19. So what I'm continuing to do is making sure we get people back to work and change the circumstance where we get to the far point where we have at least 70% of the American public vaccinated. And my goal is by July the 4th. And I think we can do that. We're close to 59% getting 1 shot. So I think we're getting very close.
You're coming up against something we've never seen before in any vaccination program or any public health program, which is a partisan resistance to vaccination. This is in addition to other hesitancies that other populations have, but there is a partisan resistance. And that is among people, many of whom fail what is a basic mental competency test. Who is the president of the United States? They actually get that question wrong. How are you going to convince them to get the vaccine?
They're showing up. All this stuff about vaccine hesitancy, the truth of the matter is more and more and more people are getting the vaccine. And so I've never believed that there would be a large percentage of Americans who wouldn't get the vaccine. What's the best way? You know, you used to do local politics 100 years ago. What happens? When your neighbor gets a vaccine, your next door neighbor gets it, you say, well, maybe I should get it. And no matter what your position was, when you see people in a position where you can easily get the vaccine, you don't have to go way out of your way. That's why you see I was on doing some meetings with folks who are providing, for example, and the governor of Maine, Republican, is saying, if you want to get a free hunting license, come get a vaccine. Well, people are showing up. And people are showing up across the board. So the idea, I've never believed that at the end of the day, there would be any large percentage of Americans who would not get the vaccine.
I have a question from my Telemundo colleague, Vanessa Auck, who wonders, what do you say to people who worry that their immigration status is a reason not to get the vaccine?
Well, I say they shouldn't worry. They should get the vaccine. They should get the vaccine.
And there won't be any interactions with government that occur because they get the vaccine.
What I have said is that it's one thing for people who are in country here to have, if they show up for a doctor's appointment, they show up to drop their child off to school, et cetera. We should lay off those people. That's why I introduced a comprehensive immigration bill. There's 11 million undocumented people in the United States, the vast majority of whom overstayed their visas. We should move about getting that taken care of, making sure there's a pathway to earned citizenship and get underway. They should not be in a position where if they're trying to save their lives or their health, and if they do what needed to be done to make people around them safe as well, they shouldn't be penalized for that.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.